It had been fun out there, Matt. It felt like it was, that energy that we saw maybe a year before last, where there was a lot of fun and a lot of energy that was being created in that stadium. Did you feel like it was a bit closer to that?
Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was obviously in playing in front of your home fans does help, but there's great energy within the group, and I thought I think that happens when everyone executes their role.
Obviously, it's great to get the round one win. Did you take away a little bit from maybe the Saints didn't put out their best team and you have a good opposition to play against?
We can't control that, really, can we? We expected it to be a big challenge there. Obviously, they finished the season last year really strongly, so we can't control that. We thought we just focused on us and what we could control.
Coach was pretty quick after the game, Matthew, to switch focus to round two.
Is that your phone, right?
No, I think, is it your voice? Is it a recorder? Is it us against it?
I thought it was playing yesterday. I thought it was distracting.
Voices. Try again.
No, all good.
Yeah, Nixie was very quick to switch focus and demand consistency. I guess what gives you the confidence that you guys can back it up consistently this year after such a good start?
Well, I think our list is in a really good shape in terms of after the weekend too. There was no injuries. We're in a good spot in that sense. And I think on the weekend we showed we can play some great footy. So the challenge is going to the G this week against Essendon, who are a really quality opposition.
How much are you enjoying? We've talked about the extra dynamic in the midfield with Isaac in there. Is he coming on as the sub? What does that change for you as someone who gets in and under and dishes it out?
Yeah, I feel like I complement them guys really well. They've got some weapons with their leg speed. And you talk about Isaac, Pete's as well. He's got some real leg speed. And then we've seen City come on, who's going to be a great player for this club. So hopefully I can complement them guys really well.
The way you're able to move the ball as well. I think you've spoken about your transition last year, but having Lairdy back there and Junior back in the team, how big a difference are you noticing with that change in dynamic and the way you're moving?
Yeah, I thought we moved the ball really well. We still want to be a front half footy team. That's probably our main focus. But I thought, we scored from turnover yesterday quite heavily, which has been a big focus as well. And them guys really helped that.
As one of the senior boys, you must be really proud of the way that. When Rash was dropped at the end of last year, that can go one of two ways. For him to put his head down and to put in the pre-season he has, but then to have a round one performance like that must, as a group of senior players, that must make you really proud.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was one of the better games he's played for the footy club. Not just, he obviously hit the scoreboard, but he gave a heap off. He was a great teammate to play with. He's been really strong, so he's had a great pre-season.
We obviously saw it a bit in the back half of last season when Riley came back into the side, but what's it like when you're coming out of the middle and you've got so many options, whether it's Fogg, Philthorpe and Tex, knowing that all of them can kick long goals? Yeah, I think not only can they hit the scoreboard, but I think they don't get outmarked. That's probably the main thing for us, and that means we can trap the ball in our forward half. So we've definitely got options down there. At the moment, we seen yesterday was kicked a good score.
When the goals are flowing, how much does a guy like Taylor Walker not like being taken?
No, he was pretty good with it yesterday, Tex. He was even after getting subbed off, he was still quite vocal on the bench, and I think he understands the bigger picture, which is at his age, so he should probably.
Are we going to see Tex getting subbed off halfway through games a bit more throughout the season? Yeah.
I'm not sure, to be honest, mate. It's obviously yesterday we were up by a fair bit. We had the luxury to do so, but yeah, definitely he'll be managed like a lot of the guys in the league. Seen Penalty being subbed the other day. I think the older you get, you got to sort of manage your way through the season. It's a long year.
What's Jack's Lego's ceiling?
Yeah, he's a bloody good player. He's improving. That's definitely something I've noticed. So, yeah, who knows how good he could be, but he's pretty good yesterday, wasn't he?
It's probably a rare occurrence that you get to the G, and so it gets, I think, mentioned every year, but get to take on the Bombers on the weekend. What's it like for a young group to get on the home of footy and you've been able to compete there in the past, I think against Collingwood last year and those other sort of games. What does it do when you get on the home of footy? Yeah, it's a great oval to play at. I think everyone looks forward to playing there. And it's going to be a big challenge against Essendon, who are very strong. So yeah, we love getting over to the G. It's one of my favourite ovals to play at. So we can't wait. How much is it about making a statement? A lot's been made of your record away from home in previous years. Obviously, you got that pre-season win against the Lions, which is handy. But how much of that is going to be a focus about getting wins away from home this season?
We're pretty process driven at the moment. I think that's been a massive focus for us throughout pre-season. So it'll be the same this week. It'll be about the process and how we go about beating Essendon. But yeah, wins on the road are gold, so we're looking forward to it.
It's a bit of a rivalry, like a friendly rivalry forming there. You think of the game at AO last year and then the close one in Melbourne. Is it a bit between the two teams?
Yeah, they've been pretty close, haven't they? But yeah, maybe, yeah, potentially. But yeah, we're just pretty keen to get the win on the board, so we can't wait.
Touch on Sid. Obviously, there was so much excitement for his first game. What did you make of his performance off the bench for a first game?
Yeah, I thought he impacted the game pretty strongly coming on. It can be a tough gig coming on, especially in your first game to get the pace of the game. But I thought he did it really well. So whether we see him in that role this week or playing a full game is up in the air. But yeah, he's going to be a very good player.
Were you sorry to see him not join the goal scorers list at the end of the game?
Yeah, it would have been nice to give him one, but yeah, I'm sure he'll hit the scoreboard at some stage.
Is it tough for Dan at the moment, Curtin? He's such a high potential player, but feels like haven't quite found his spot yet, and he deserves a place in the team because he's been saying. But as a young player like that, do you get in his ear and talk about being patient and learning to play different roles and those sorts of things? Yeah,
as you mentioned, he's still a pretty young player, and he's had a really strong pre-season, so I'm sure he'll have his turn at some stage to have a big game, and I'm pretty confident it's not too far away.
How did you find the 12 o'clock time slot on a Sunday? Obviously, it's not when you get to play in regularly. Is it same sort of preparation going to the game like that?
Yeah, it's an early start. I enjoyed it, getting there early. You don't think about it too much before the game. You sort of get there and you're ready to go. But yeah, it's an interesting time slot, but I think I prefer it rather than the twilight one. But yeah, I didn't mind it.